Sometimes you meet a moment, a person, or a situation, and something clicks immediately. Not in an intense or emotional way, just a quiet sense that you understand what you're looking at, even if you can't explain why. It's not excitement. It's not obsession. It's more like recognition without context. Philosophy has tried to describe this in different ways. Stoicism would frame it as alignment, something fitting naturally into place without resistance. Buddhism would point to awareness that exists before thought. Hermeticism would say the inner and outer are reflecting each other. Psychology would call it pattern recognition, the brain picking up on signals and familiarity faster than conscious thought can process them. That's part of it, but not all of it. Because sometimes the thing you're recognizing isn't something you've experienced before. That's where it gets confusing. You feel certain, but you don't have evidence. And most people don't trust that. They either ignore it or try to force it into something that makes sense straight away. That's usually where things go wrong. The problem isn't the recognition. It's what people do next. They try to turn it into something before it's had time to show what it actually is. Or they dismiss it completely because they can't explain it logically. Both are reactions. If you strip it back, the only useful move is to notice it and leave it alone. Let it sit there without turning it into a decision, a story, or an outcome. That's harder than it sounds, because most people are uncomfortable not knowing what something means. There's a pull to resolve it, to define it, to act on it, just so it feels complete. But not everything needs to be completed straight away. Some things only make sense with time and context. If you interfere too early, you don't just risk getting it wrong. You change what it would have been. That's where the discipline comes in. Not in acting, but in not acting. Not in chasing clarity, but in allowing it to show up on its own. You don't need to validate the feeling, and you don't need to build a narrative around it. If it's real, it will hold its shape without your help. And if it isn't, it fades on its own. Either way, you don't lose anything by staying still. The mistake people make is thinking that every strong signal needs a response. It doesn't. Sometimes it just needs to be noticed. If you can do that consistently, you start to separate what's real from what's just noise. And once you see that difference clearly, you stop reacting to everything that feels important in the moment. You just pay attention. And that's enough.